Toxic relationships are connections between individuals that are emotionally, mentally, or even physically damaging. Unlike healthy relationships, which are built on mutual respect, trust, and support, toxic relationships are often characterized by manipulation, control, blame, and a lack of emotional safety. These harmful patterns can occur in romantic partnerships, friendships, family bonds, or even workplace dynamics. Being in a toxic relationship can drain one's energy, lower self-esteem, and lead to increased stress, anxiety, or depression. It often involves a cycle of negative behavior, such as constant criticism, jealousy, gaslighting, or emotional neglect, that creates a harmful and unbalanced dynamic. Recognizing the signs of toxicity is the first step toward healing. Understanding the roots of such behavior, setting boundaries, and seeking help when necessary are crucial for personal well-being and growth. Ending or redefining toxic relationships can be challenging, but it is essential for maintaining mental and emotional health.
A toxic relationship is more than just a rough patch or a disagreement. It's a persistent pattern of behaviors that leaves you feeling emotionally drained, devalued, and diminished. These relationships can exist between romantic partners, friends, family members, or even colleagues. The toxicity isn't always obvious at first. It often creeps in slowly, making it hard to recognize until you're already feeling the effects. It's not about a single argument or a bad day. It's a cycle that erodes your self-worth over time. Toxic relationships are marked by repeated patterns of hurtful behavior, where negativity becomes the norm rather than the exception. You might find yourself constantly questioning your own actions, wondering if you're the problem, or feeling like you can never do anything right. These relationships are unbalanced, lacking the mutual support and respect that healthy connections require. Instead, they're often filled with control, manipulation, and criticism. One person may dominate, while the other feels silenced or invisible, unable to express their true thoughts or feelings without fear of backlash. Instead of feeling safe and cherished, you're anxious, walking on eggshells, and unable to be your true self. You might notice that your confidence has faded, and you're constantly second-guessing yourself, worried about triggering another conflict or disappointment. Communication is broken, often manipulative or hostile. Honest conversations are replaced by blame, sarcasm, or silent treatment. You may feel like your words are twisted or dismissed, leaving you unheard and misunderstood. In toxic relationships, emotional needs are neglected. You might reach out for comfort or support, only to be met with indifference or even ridicule. Over time, this emotional neglect can make you feel invisible and unworthy of care. You find yourself performing, not partnering, constantly giving more than you get. You might go out of your way to please the other person, hoping for approval or affection that rarely comes. The relationship becomes a one-sided effort, leaving you exhausted and unfulfilled. In healthy relationships, you grow. In toxic ones, you shrink. Your world becomes smaller, your dreams dimmer, and your sense of self weaker. The joy and connection that should lift you up are replaced by stress and self-doubt. The negative behaviors are the norm, not the exception, and apologies rarely lead to real change. Promises to do better are often broken, and the same hurtful patterns repeat, leaving you feeling hopeless and stuck. You may cling to rare good moments, but they only keep you trapped in a damaging cycle. These fleeting highs can make you doubt your instincts, convincing you to stay even when you know deep down that things aren't right. Toxic relationships chip away at your self-esteem and make you doubt your own reality. You might start to question your memories, your feelings, or even your sanity, especially if you're being gaslighted or manipulated. If a connection consistently makes you feel worse, confused, and isolated, it's likely toxic. Healthy relationships should bring comfort, trust, and a sense of belonging, not leave you feeling alone, anxious, or lost. True love doesn't control or belittle. It uplifts, respects, and encourages you to be your best self. If you're experiencing the opposite, it's important to recognize the signs and know that you deserve better. Recognizing this is the first step toward reclaiming your life. By understanding what a toxic relationship looks like, you empower yourself to set boundaries, seek support, and move toward healthier, more fulfilling connections. Toxic relationships aren't limited to romance. They can exist anywhere. Family members can create environments of criticism or neglect that shape your entire life. Friendships can turn toxic through competition, manipulation, or one-sidedness, leaving you drained. Workplaces can be toxic too, with bosses or colleagues who undermine, exclude, or control. Even online, toxicity thrives. Cyberbullying and digital harassment can be just as suffocating. Toxicity can follow you anywhere, not just in love. Toxic relationships often start with our earliest experiences and attachment styles. If you grew up with inconsistent or neglectful caregivers, you may unconsciously seek out familiar, unhealthy patterns. Low self-esteem makes you more likely to accept poor treatment, believing you don't deserve better. Toxic individuals, especially those with narcissistic traits, target people who are easier to control. Personality disorders, like narcissistic personality disorder, can drive the most intense toxic dynamics. Trauma bonds, cycles of abuse mixed with occasional kindness, create powerful, addictive attachments. It's not love, it's a survival mechanism hijacked by manipulation. Constant criticism is a major red flag. It's not about growth, but control. Gaslighting makes you question your reality, twisting your words and memories. Jealousy and possessiveness are about control, not love, and often lead to isolation from your support system. You end up walking on eggshells, afraid to express your true feelings. Vulnerability becomes a liability, not a strength. Emotional safety disappears, replaced by anxiety and self-doubt. Healthy relationships are safe harbors. Toxic ones are emotional minefields. These wounds are subtle but deeply damaging. Certain behaviors are clear signs of toxicity. Manipulation, guilt trips, threats, or the silent treatment are all about control. Boundaries are ignored or violated. Your no is never respected. The relationship is one-sided, with you always giving and rarely receiving. Isolation from friends and family is a dangerous tactic, making you more dependent on the toxic person. They may criticize your support network or demand all your time. Your needs and autonomy are dismissed. These actions aren't just unhealthy, they're warning sirens. If you recognize these patterns, it's time to take them seriously. Toxic relationships can devastate your mental health, often leading to overwhelming anxiety, persistent depression, and a deep loss of self-esteem. The constant negativity and emotional turmoil can make you question your worth and abilities, leaving you feeling isolated and misunderstood. Over time, you may start to internalize the toxic messages, believing that you are the problem, even when you're not. You may become trapped in a cycle of self-doubt, second-guessing your every move, and feeling like you can never do anything right. This emotional pain can be just as damaging as physical wounds, slowly eroding your confidence and sense of self. Chronic stress from toxic environments doesn't just affect your mind, it takes a toll on your body too. Your immune system weakens, making you more susceptible to illness. You might experience frequent headaches, digestive issues, and insomnia, as your body struggles to cope with the ongoing tension. Your body is constantly in fight or flight mode, unable to rest or recover. This heightened state of alertness can leave you feeling exhausted, jumpy, and unable to relax, even when you're safe. Feeling trapped is common. Fear, trauma bonds, or financial dependency can make leaving feel impossible. The weight of these barriers can make every day feel like a struggle, and the idea of escape may seem out of reach. The toxic person may convince you that you can't survive without them, using manipulation and control to keep you dependent. They might undermine your confidence, isolate you from loved ones, or make you doubt your ability to stand on your own. This psychological cage is built from manipulation, not love. It's designed to keep you feeling powerless and unsure, making it even harder to break free. The effects of toxicity are real, both mentally and physically. They can linger long after the relationship ends, impacting your health, happiness, and ability to trust again. Recognizing the toll that toxicity takes is the first step toward breaking free and reclaiming your well-being. Healing is possible, and you deserve a life filled with respect, safety, and genuine connection. The longer you stay, the deeper the scars. Complex PTSD can develop from prolonged exposure to toxic dynamics, making it hard to trust or feel safe again. Isolation tactics often succeed, leaving you without a support network when you need it most. Chronic stress can lead to serious health problems, heart disease, autoimmune disorders, and more. The patterns you learn may repeat, drawing you into similar relationships in the future. Healing means breaking the cycle, not just leaving one person. Rebuilding takes time, but it's possible. You deserve better than a life defined by toxicity. The first step is recognizing and accepting the reality of your relationship, even when it's painful. This means allowing yourself to see things as they truly are, not as you wish they could be. It's normal to feel conflicted or to doubt your instincts, but trust that your feelings are valid. Acknowledging the truth is the foundation for every step that follows. Keep a private journal to document patterns, broken promises, and your emotional responses. Writing things down can help you see recurring cycles and clarify your thoughts. Over time, this record becomes a powerful tool to cut through confusion and self-doubt, reminding you of your reasons for leaving when things get hard. Start setting small boundaries, like saying no to unreasonable demands or taking time for yourself. Expect pushback. This is common, especially if boundaries haven't been respected before. Each time you hold firm, you build your self-respect and reinforce your right to be treated with dignity. Seek support. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or a therapist who understands trauma and can offer guidance. Sharing your experience with someone who listens without judgment can help you feel less isolated and more empowered to take action. Support groups, whether online or in person, can remind you you're not alone. Hearing others' stories and sharing your own can provide comfort, validation, and practical advice for navigating the challenges ahead. If safety is a concern, create an exit plan. Quietly gather important documents, set aside cash, and identify a safe place to go. Memorize or write down emergency contacts. Planning ahead can make all the difference if you need to leave quickly. Don't announce your departure. Leaving can be the most dangerous moment in an abusive relationship, so keep your plans private and act when it's safest for you. Trust your instincts about timing. Your safety is the top priority. Have a phone nearby, know who to call, and don't hesitate to ask for help if you feel threatened. It's okay to put yourself first. Once you're out, consider a strict no contact rule. Block numbers, change passwords, and limit social media. This boundary gives you space to begin healing and protects you from further manipulation. Recovery is a process. Healing takes time, and it's normal to have setbacks. Celebrate small victories and allow yourself to feel hope for the future. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. Each decision to care for yourself is a sign of strength and courage. Remember, you're not alone, and help is available. Freedom is possible, and a brighter, safer future is within your reach. Leaving a toxic relationship is an act of courage and self-love. The confusion and grief you feel are normal. Healing isn't linear. You're not weak for leaving. You're strong for knowing you deserve better. Celebrate small victories and be kind to yourself. Rediscover who you are outside the toxic dynamic. Lean on your support system and continue therapy. Learn what healthy love looks like and never settle for less. The past doesn't define your future. By leaving, you reclaim your right to happiness and peace. Healing is your birthright. You are worthy of love that nurtures and supports you. And if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more mind-blowing psychology videos.